And but then when you think, you've mentioned Teddy, Jimmy and Jam and Terry and LA and Babyface. During your time, who were your contemporaries that you said, okay, yep, or is that what they're doing? Okay, we're going to need to take another level. So the guys who were, forget Jimmy, Terry, and
At
Teddy
that
and stuff.
time, I
Yeah.
would say, who was some other producers? Like that was when Shakespeare was hot.
Oh yeah, Shakespeare, Craig and Shakespeare. Yeah, yeah.
Shake was hot. Trackmasters was hot around that time. The Underdogs,
Okay.
they was becoming hot. Rodney came like a few years after us, but he came out the gate killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, Rodney, a lot of cats like Kenny, like a lot of cats from New York, like Kenny Smooth,
Oh yeah,
like
from
Kenny
the whole
Smooth,
Untouchables guys.
a lot of the hitmen,
Yeah, the Untouchables. Yeah,
Stevie,
yeah.
Stevie, Chucky, R.I.P.
Ah,
Chucky
Chucky
Thompson.
Thompson. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, those guys, man, and like, yeah, we was all kind of coming up around the same time. Organized Noise.
Oh yeah. From Atlanta,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, we literally Rico from Organized Noise. We met Rico before we met Dallas actually, because he was trying to get put on from TLC. So, because we had met him at a TLC video shoot before we even met Dallas. And
Okay.
so, but like, yeah, but anyway, like Organized Noise, um, a lot
What
of
about the
people from Atlanta.
Neptunes and Timbaland?
Well, the
Neptunes.
Neptunes is funny because the Neptunes, I was just telling my son this other day, the Neptunes came down to Atlanta. This is in 94, in the 93, 94. At the time, Dallas was so big, like it was like getting in his studio was like getting to the White House. So one night, Pharrell and Chad is there, and they were doing demos for Joe, because they were trying to get on Joe's album. That's when I first met Pharrell, and he was sitting in the room playing me some songs. He played me this song called "If This Is the World," one of the most amazing songs I ever heard to this day. And he's still the same Pharrell way back then. So Pharrell's like, "Yo, man, can we just sign with y'all? Since Dallas, he got so much stuff going. Maybe we could sign with you guys." He was like, "Well, we can't really. Like, Dallas is one putting us on the projects. We don't know how we could put you guys. We still. Why don't we just try to just see if he'll sign y'all?" I literally went to Dallas like, "Hey man, these cats is in the other room. You should check them out." Yeah, I'll get to it. Dallas was just busy. True story. About a year ago, Dallas. I ran into. Remember I told you earlier about Dave Gates, the guy that we had to play the music for
Yeah,
before he would allow us to play for Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay, I ran into Dave at a restaurant about a year ago. He said, "Man, I was just with Dallas. Dallas could not believe because what happened was Dallas had ran into Pharrell, and Dallas must have said something like they must have somehow got to reminiscing. And Pharrell's like, "Yeah, man, we was trying to sign with Tim and Bob because you wouldn't sign us, man." I said, "Wait a minute, what are you talking about?" So yeah, we was trying to sign with you. So then we wasn't having no luck. So we literally was asking Tim and Bob to sign us. And they tried to get you to sign us too, and you wouldn't sign us. And Dallas couldn't believe that. So he finally got in touch with me through Dave about a year ago. I said, "Yes, Dallas, they was trying to. I came into the room and told you that you got to come listen to these cats from Virginia Beach." And Dallas was like, "Oh my God, you got to be." Dallas couldn't believe it. Yeah, the Neptunes tried to get Dallas to sign them.
Oh, goodness.
So then they tried to get us to sign them.
But you guys didn't have any.
And we didn't sign them because we was just like coming from where we come from. We was like such wholesome guys. We didn't like the idea of having somebody, because we hadn't went through enough to have like a certain business acumen yet. We hadn't been, screwed over enough yet. So we was just naive and really green.
Yeah.
We don't want nobody signing bound to us unless we actually have a situation for them. Then we can do that. That's why we never signed no paperwork with 112. We never signed no paperwork with Mario Winans. We never signed no paperwork with Tony Rich. All these guys, we could have been like, hey, we're gonna hook you up with such, but you got to sign with us. We never thought like that. Like to this day, I'm like, it's not like that. I'd rather sleep better at night than to have somebody bound to an agreement just so I can benefit. You know, there's a way to do it, but I didn't want to do it, and that person felt like they was caught in something where, like, if I didn't have nothing right then and there for them, I don't know. Maybe I see that differently. And we probably missed out on in terms of money. We probably missed out on a lot of money, but all money isn't good money, you know? And so yeah, and definitely learned from that. But guys like Pharrell, like, yeah, every time I see Pharrell, whenever I run into him, we always talk about that too, man. Like, man, thank you, man. Y'all guys inspired us so much. I'm like, what? Thank you, man. Look at what you're doing. Like, of course, like Pharrell is on a different level now.
Yeah.
But super humble guy, man. Like, but yeah, Dallas could have had all these. So many people went through Dallas studios, crazy.
Yeah.
So many people, man. Yeah.
Just as we finish up, everyone would ask. Well, there's one question that came in, and Dub Sonic asks, what drum machines and keyboards did you use for your early hits and the first Bobby V album? I don't know what a drum machine is, but
yeah, we used we used the MPC. We always use the MPC 62, the 2000. You know, it was crazy because we were very late to the Logic game. Like we refused. It took us so long to go away from analog recording. Like we were so old school, man. We was used to like recording on 2-inch reels. It took us forever to transfer over to Logic and like get into that world. But early on, we used all the. You were talking about Bobby V? Okay, let me think about Bobby V. A lot of the Bobby V stuff was samples from like Last Samurai. We would sample things from a lot of Asian films.
Wow.
To create something different. Like you hear like a melody with like a Asian. It's something about the way they record their music and like something about the texture in it that when you put it on a beat and do other things around that, you build it around certain things, like you just get a very unusual sound. And so so a lot of it was sample based. To answer the question, a lot of music around Bobby V's album was sample based. But when we did a lot of ballads, it really was simple, just MPC. We would do a lot of live stuff, but we always used a live Fender Rose. We always record live guitars, acoustic, and some electric stuff. Couple songs, I put an organ in, B3 organ. Like Love Dream. There's an organ in that song, Love Dream, that ballad. And then, yeah, we always just try to have some really knocking drums, very melodic, because that's like an interesting combination. Big beefy drums with something very melodic on the top of it, and add like some textures in to kind of bring in certain colors. So yeah, we would always go with the analog stuff, like the Moogs, the Roland D70, all the Roland products we would use. And then more recently, some of the last projects we did together, I'd say we would use a lot of stuff like Atmosphere, get into like the VSTs and stuff like that. And so, but a lot of it would be sample based. And then we always believed in just simple live piano, live guitar, because you can never go wrong with live instruments, ever. And so yeah, man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jodeci's voice means all spirits.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.